Welcome to the Heavyweight Podcast.
The Heavyweight Podcast. Heavyweight Podcast. You listen.
We can weigh in on some heavy shit, you know. What's good? This is episode 74 of the Heavyweight Podcast. I am Stutter McFly with these three guys. Go ahead and state your names for these beautiful people.
Fupa Long Dick, baby. What's up? Fupa Long Dick.
Fupa?
Fupa. You know, Fupa Long Dick. Mm-hmm. What's up? What's up?
I have no words. It's your boy Mo Lethal Grouch.
And they call me Hunter.
God, man. It's bullshit.
No.
One of these
No.
days.
No.
One of these days.
Hunter, no.
What?
Your topic, no.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
So how were your weeks?
Busy as, I'm stupid. Let's just put it that way. I'm
Did you
still
go
shopping.
from Fupa Long Dick Tom Stupid.
Yeah, I'm still shopping.
You still, oh shit.
Shopping? Shopping?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So,
Christmas.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to talk about that. Nigga, I bought 3 items. That shit was $400. I'm good.
Oh, shit.
Nigga, don't talk to me about that either. Yeah.
I'm good.
I feel
Every
what my
item
parents
is
felt
worth
now.
that.
Right.
Like when you ask for the expensive shit. Oof.
My week was cool. My daughter had her gymnastics recital, and I watched her run around her little leotard with her little foo-foo and being a snowflake. Do you want to build a snowman? Watch that shit. You know? Went to work until I said I didn't want to be there anymore, and I left. So, here we go. It was great. Stress-free.
How long was that?
I'll plead the fifth.
He was like, I'm out.
I'll plead the fifth.
Oh, that's good stuff.
My week, first off, I want to say happy birthday to my son.
Happy birthday.
Happy 9.
Birthday.
Which one?
His birthday's today, my youngest.
I
He
still
turns
don't know.
27 today.
That's what's up.
This nigga had kids when he was 13.
And with the rest of that, my weekend is still going because my daughter-in-law is in the hospital with their, how can I say this? About ready to deliver?
You about to pop.
Like that.
Yeah,
like that.
My second grandkid. Yep.
You're going to be, you'll be a grandfather of 2.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I just found out too. My wife just came in right now. And she's like, "Oh, they're going to the hospital." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Oh,
Look at my man, Grandpa with no grays. Look at you.
I was just going to say, he's going to dye his mustache white. I didn't have to think he grandpa.
Hey, that's the only thing that still goes out black. No, I don't mean that.
I'm gonna leave that alone.
No, I don't.
Let it breathe. Let it breathe. I wasn't gonna say nothing, but he said it first.
Well, I saw that fastball coming. I was like, I'm gonna let that one go by.
McFly, your week, sir?
Chilling, enjoying music making, and performing. Because it was the
Still
last
coming
time
out black.
What then? I will say, dope shows.
Very nice.
And Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Merry
Christmas, folks. Motherfuckers.
Anyway.
We're still 2 weeks away from that.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you don't know the allure, do you?
No, I don't, bro. I don't. I'm so over Christmas 20 years ago, bro.
Bah humbug.
Movie magic.
Actually.
Bah humbug.
Anyway.
Hey, I did buy my grandson a Christmas gift.
Okay.
There's that whole timing thing, Hunter.
Time out. He said that like that's a big feat. Like you ain't never bought them a Christmas present. But
Anywho,
Let's get into it.
the first topic comes from Mo Lethal. He
ooh,
asks, what does being the leader of a household entail?
every goddamn thing.
Like buying Christmas gifts,
Christmas gifts, being a
balancing the
fucking example. What'd you say? Balancing what?
Let me
just
let me let me
balancing it off,
let me
like
let me
what
let me
Yeah.
let me say this.
financially and
Let me say this right, because I had this discussion with my wife, and we're talking how being the leader, you have to be, like Kevin said, you have to be a leader of all things, but that also means you have to be the emotional leader. So you have to learn when to be vulnerable with the people inside your house. Now, so the piggyback off that, are you guys comfortable being vulnerable with everyone in your household? Because I know I'm not.
Yeah. I'm working. Like I said, I'm working with the oldest, but
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
I'm
No, I'm fine being vulnerable with my child. It's I'm still sheltered when it comes to my wife. Like I'll tell her most things, but I don't open up completely because I'd be like, because sometimes she be saying shit I don't want to hear. Sometimes I need you to double down
yeah.
on me. I don't need you to
I
be
mean,
don't be reasonable. Double down.
I guess I get that. I think I'm a lot more with my wife.
I don't mind being
But
vulnerable. I just like having hope.
yeah, I think it's like I said, it's like everything. Like you said, you got to be emotional, financial. I don't know. It's like I think there's if you got a two parent household, you both should be leaders in your own rights. You know what I mean? To make it work
Two people
smoothly.
can't. Two people can't drive, Kevin. Somebody got to drive.
Sometimes you're not home, so somebody got to be a leader while you ain't there.
Yeah, there's a reason why there's a co-pilot.
Well,
Yeah, well, they're following your route.
no, somebody
Not
else set that
always.
route out.
Well, I was gonna say
You got a
sometimes
destination,
you just gotta sit in the passenger seat.
Yeah,
and that's
not
part
always.
of
Yeah,
leadership too.
I will say this. What I've learned in the last couple years of my life is that a lot of times I should just listen to my wife. It's
didn't you
it's,
just
it's
say that about?
Like you
Thank
said about
you.
Hunter last
Thank
week.
you.
no, I'm talking about but it's everything for that nigga. All right, but what I'm saying is like, women think differently, and sometimes that other opinion, that other view, is needed because I may see my vision may be concrete in my belief, and then she will say something. I'll be like, damn, that never even crossed my mind. Like, so
Yeah,
she'll fuck up my whole vision. Now I'm repainting the situation, and it's like, you know what? You're pretty smart. That's
that's
why I
that
chose
pride
you.
and ego right there. Because I've been like that where I'm like, God damn it, she's right. But yeah,
But I
yeah.
bounce back,
I
Kevin.
mean,
I bounce back and say, well, I picked her for a reason, so maybe I should trust her more.
So
that's
he had to make it about him.
but yeah. Well, I think that's part of like because you were saying only one person can drive, but like that's to me is a leadership too. It's like knowing when to
Yeah, when
sit
to
back. Like you
Yeah,
said,
yo, oh, definitely. Part of being a leader is knowing when to delegate, because there's certain things that she's better at than I am. So you take care of this. I trust you to take care of this. Definitely.
yeah, but yeah, I mean, however you want to word it, I feel like that's like you said, co-pilot. That's somebody who's leading with you. Co-pilot can tell you like, hey man, we probably shouldn't go through that. That's turbulence.
Oh yeah. And I'll be like, you know what? Put your seatbelt on.
you just answered and finished your own dilemma. Like shit.
No, I mean,
Well,
That's funny.
yeah. So, I guess it does. I guess it's an easy answer, right? Everything.
that yeah, it's just knowing the balance, the co-piloting, being able to delegate, all that falls in line because sometimes when they're in the leader role, they might delegate to you.
I take no
It's
Yeah.
delegation.
all balance.
I'll take suggestions.
Anyway, we'll go ahead and move on to the next topic. This one comes from Hunter. The mentality of if you don't agree with them, that you're against them. I remember this comes from a conversation we had about a friend of mine who was part of Primerica, and I remember telling him, I was like, Hunter, like my friend, this motherfucker act like we were against him because we just didn't buy into Primerica, and it wasn't that we didn't root for him. We just, nigga, I got other things to worry about than paying for you to be a part of Primerica.
Yeah.
Then he
Uh,
goes
Wait.
back.
What? Yeah, you mean so if you don't agree with somebody, they feel you're against them?
They
No,
feel
if,
you're against them.
not necessarily if you don't agree, but at the time he wanted me to invest in him being part of Primerica, and I was like, I don't got the funds or the interest to be a part of it. But he took it as you're against me, and it's like I'm not against. Just because I'm not investing doesn't mean I'm against you.
Yeah, that person need to. Yeah, they was just
But that
they
seems to
was
be
finding out.
the average
Yeah,
frame of mind for a lot of people. If you're not co-signing what they do, then you're against them.
yeah. I mean, that's that mentality. That stupid. Yeah, that's almost that beef mentality. Well, if you ain't with me, then you against me, or if you talk to them, then you against me. You're like, no, that's not true.
Right.
Like, that's not even. That shouldn't even be true. Because
Exactly.
I
And that's
think
kind of what I was
this
trying to say. Is this asinine that
disagreement's healthy as long as you can disagree
Disagreements,
civilly.
disagreements, a lot of times trigger growth.
Yep. Amen.
If
Church, take
you
them to church, man.
if you agree and if you're agreeing all the time, you're not really getting anything out of that relationship or that friendship or whatever. Because who's developing who? It should be equally. I mean, if you don't have opposing views on some things, how can you be elevated mentally?
True. Yeah, I get that.
But yeah, like I said,
And if
I was going to say, we've been seeing that mindset a lot lately within the last, 10 years, 15, 20 years. If you don't agree with me, you're against me. And it's like, no, I don't like Big Macs, but I still like McDonald's. Shit. I don't have to be against you. I
yeah,
can just
You
disagree
strike me
with
as a
what
quarter
you
pounder kind of dude.
double quarter pounder. Um, what was I going to
that's
say?
that. Almost that
Like,
internet shit, though.
right. That's what it
See,
is, though. That's exactly what I mean.
What
We
happened,
live in
my
a
McFly?
mismanaged
brain
What
society.
happened, McFly?
took that as I don't know,
What'd
my
you say?
brain went into a whole different realm.
What? Because
Yeah,
I
my
was
my my brain
no,
went
I
to
was
yeah,
there with
I
you.
am a pound her kind of dude.
Oh,
I
yeah.
pound her. Anyway, keep going.
But yeah, it's just like it's just because I don't agree with what you're saying about that, it doesn't mean I'm going to disagree with you about everything. It doesn't mean that I'm against the way you are as a person. I just, like you said, we as humans are going to have disagreeing issues, and you got to, like they say, agree to disagree at times.
That's a
But
bar.
people don't do that.
It's a- And
Court her, pound her.
yeah, get her. There you go. He's right in there. Okay. And to go further, it's like you gotta understand that we can disagree and still be friends.
Right. And
That's
that's
how
what
I
I
know
mean. But
politics.
people don't move like that no more. The moment you disagree with them, they're just they put you in
That's a
that
lot
you're
more
against me attitude.
in that politics bullshit right
Anytime you
now.
hear
Like
me say,
that's
all right, anytime you hear me say, all right, nigga, that means okay, you feel your way, I feel my way. We not finna argue this out. That's me saying, okay, that's me conceding.
yeah. I
Cause I
mean,
feel like
and every
I'm
disagreement.
right, you feel like you right, and like from last pod, now the egos are butting up against each other. So let's end it here.
And
That's me.
that's yeah. I
Sounds
think
more like
that's the
pride.
part of like I think
Cause
I've said that before.
if
Like
either side
discord
are
can be
If both of you are standing your ground and neither
that's
one of you
right,
wants to
okay.
concede, that's pride.
yeah
Okay, then
yeah. You can
the prides are there, and we're not. No one's pushing. We're not going to move.
you can stand ground and still like talk and come to be like I understand what you're saying. I don't agree with you, but I get where you're coming from. Like you know what I mean? Like instead of I nigga.
I think we've all had conversations where we realize that
Yeah, I mean yeah.
at this point it ain't worth talking about no more because ain't nobody gonna see nothing differently. Like that.
Yeah, what
That's
you like butterscotch? You like butterscotch
right.
ice cream or something? Let's talk about something different.
Let's be real. Sometimes in discussions, shit need to marinate. Let that shit marinate. Then you think about that, then it might change. Sometimes shit gotta breathe.
Yeah, agreed.
But that whole mentality of you,
Agreed.
if you ain't with me, you against me. To me, that's slave mentality.
Some
What
would
you
say
mean?
pro
I can't. I don't.
America is
Yeah, I wouldn't say slave. Because I mean it affects all races. You know.
I mean,
Any
slavery
race can
wasn't just
be.
for black people.
Yeah, it was slave can be any color can be race. Okay, any color can be a slave.
No, I don't want to touch the slave issue because when you say
Yeah,
slave, we already know it tends to go one way.
I just meant like, yeah, I mean, slave
Recently,
doesn't necessarily have to be race based. Like,
Yeah, it's not race based. It's just that's what I'm trying to say. When you say slaves, we all know what people jump to.
okay,
So I was trying to establish.
if you ain't against me, it's almost like a victim mentality. It's like oh everybody's against me, everybody's out to get me. No, they're not. Everyone just doesn't agree with you.
And like I said,
the
we're
internet.
people, and we're all gonna have disagreements. It's just what
Them
life
niggas on
is.
the internet, dog. It's the internet.
It's social
That's all
media.
it is.
There you go. There you go. It's social media. You know, and that carries over into the real world. Because you could be
It
talking to a
don't.
coworker and say something, and if you don't agree with them, that's the end of it.
My new
You know?
favorite thing to do is comment under TikTok videos just to trigger people.
I used to do that, and like I think that's how I got hacked.
Two-factor authorization would stop a lot of that shit.
Yeah.
Somebody shut my
Like
whole shit down. I had to make a new account.
this chick posted that there is no more good men out there, and I commented, check your friend zone. Which she replied, there is no friend zone. Which I replied,
Oh,
okay.
yeah, you nicer than me. I'd be like, oh, so they all fucking.
I gotta stop doing that shit. I just be bored. I gotta
And you
stop
call
saying
me a
Yeah,
troll.
just you know.
you're toxic, nigga.
Oh, damn, that
Why?
sucks.
Why am I
Because the
I
toxic?
would
first thing that
say
popped in my head,
because you're bored, you troll
Toxic
people.
Crusader.
I was just trying to
That's
give
your
her
new
insight.
shirt. We can get you
Check.
a shirt. Toxic,
I,
Toxic Crusader, nigga. That's who you.
I was just trying to give her insight because I know a lot of good
Yeah,
dudes.
was
I mean,
he
they all
was
married.
he was trying to get a rise out of her.
Yes, that's some toxic shit.
it
Anywho,
was funny.
moving on.
You should-
The next
It is fun.
topic comes from Kevin.
Oh no.
We should speak on the importance of our partners understanding and allowing our space.
I think yeah,
Go ahead and
that goes in.
go into further detail.
He's still talking about the garage.
No, just huh? No,
So
no, 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 no. I'm
you
talking
still
about
talking about
like
the
just our our space, like how we allow, not allow, but like yeah, allow. Because there's some relationships where you see people don't have that. They don't have any space. They don't have any like right here what we get to do here. Like some people, women will not bite on that.
run from her?
Like they need all the time. You know what I mean? Huh?
I said run from her.
No. Oh,
I don't think I
yeah.
could be. I don't think I could be with a clingy person. That one that has to just be next to you all the time. I can.
Well, I mean, I
Because
think my wife's
because
kind of like that, but she's
but she gives you space, so she's not that
yeah.
way all the time. I'm talking about a cleaning person, which she'd be sitting across from you right now, looking at you. Like right, that's what I'm talking about.
I don't
Like
know. She'll
I
do
can
that
do.
from time to time. Like, I want to be out here. I'm like, man, you don't need to be out here. We
No,
talking about you.
I think
I'm
it's
kidding.
like we say a lot of times. It's all about balance. Like yeah, I understand that we're supposed to we're a couple. We're Adam. We're supposed to be like best friends. But like you say, space is important. Like I do. At the same time, before we entered into this relationship, I was my own person. You're your own person. So we got to keep those things going as well. And then we come together because I don't think a lot of people don't realize like if we don't do shit separately, we will have nothing to talk about at the end of the day. Because what am I going to tell you when we
Yeah.
land down if I was with your ass all day? You
And
was
I will
there.
vouch for that because I have nothing to talk to my wife about.
Oh my!
What happened?
Oh, that's good stuff. Oh, I almost
You
passed out right now.
you all right?
Who, me?
No stutter.
No, I know what he's saying that to. You know what
Oh,
he's saying that to? You're like, oh, negative Newton showed up.
No, it's nothing negative. It's just like he said. Just
I'm just saying. If we're always together, like at the end of the day, I can't. How was your day? You were with me.
mhm.
I spent it with you.
Well, you shouldn't even ask that question. Yeah.
No, so
Well, do you ever? You don't do nothing without your wife
No, I do all kinds of
other
stuff,
than
but I
work?
mean, we do all kinds of stuff. Like I have my space. Like I'm doing this. I ride motorcycles.
Yeah.
I'll go do that stuff. But outside of that spectrum, we're together.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
naturally, that's
But
how
I
that
mean, but
goes.
we're
But like,
together. They're like always together. And since we don't have anything else in our lives to pull us away from those things, we tend to be together a lot more. Like take this weekend. Actually take last weekend because this weekend's a mess. Last weekend, I didn't go nowhere. I didn't do anything. So that whole weekend I spent with my wife side by side. So when Monday came around to talk, it was like, well, what happened? Well, we were together all weekend. you know,
yeah,
you know. So I mean, I get
she
my
wants
no,
you
I
to
space.
get that.
tell her about your dreams. Keep those to myself.
I don't have dreams
what,
like that.
You ain't taking the right drugs.
what you taking? I want
None.
Right?
to know some of
Right?
that.
What you taking?
None.
No. But yeah, I get space. And I get my wife space, because like you said, you need space away from each other to
Well,
go do your thing.
to
Yeah,
me, the space from my wife is easy. My wife gives me space.
Yeah.
Who doesn't give me space is my daughter.
Right, but that's what kids do.
That's who I gotta
yeah,
go hide from.
That's what kids do. You know.
I get that. I feel like I got twins, but um, the yeah, that I don't know. I just because even my wife just came to me. I think I've been being an asshole for the past week or so. But she's like, "Why don't you go golf or something?"
You get the fuck out of the house.
I no.
But that's important. That is important. I think
It
it's
is
very
it is
important because
important to have your space and have the things that you do without your spouse all the time. You know.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of people who don't. I don't know how many. I don't know anybody that
You
doesn't.
know, to me, the only people I think I see it more with now is the younger people. Like the people who are in their
Not
20s, you know,
like married or not married.
not
What do you
married.
think? I don't know.
Not
That's
married.
tough. Not married.
Not married.
That's more a not married thing, huh?
Yeah, they get because like you was talking earlier, they get clingy, so they're always together. They do everything together. They're always there, and that's that we just started dating. We're still kind of dating. We've been together. The young stuff. I think once you cross over to your
Y'all,
30s, you're like, nah, nah, nah. I need a.
y'all got anybody like that at work? Like that's doesn't have time, doesn't get any space, like without divulging too much.
I don't. I don't talk to nobody.
No,
Mm, no.
can't think of nobody. Well, I, that's
McFly,
I
McFly, did
guess
you
it's
get your
just
space?
I have to force my space. Like I have to get away myself in order to get that space. That's not something that's just kind of like we understand you in your space. It's more of a you have to force it. Kind of go like I said, I'll go to the gym or I'll go to randomly go hoop or something, and that'll be my way of getting away. If I get the opportunity to record, no one. That's the one thing where I have to force it inside the house, where it's like this is understood. If Dad's doing this, don't mess with him. Just let him, because I can't create if I'm constantly being interrupted. So it's like it's
how,
understood. Oh, he's doing his like for 3 or 4 hours that I literally have to don't talk to me, don't even engage me. Just let me be in my own zone.
and like yeah, because I'm thinking more in the partner role because our kids, it's like yeah, we gotta hey get the fuck. Well, that sounds bad to say, but hey, you
No,
gotta get
no,
the fuck
no.
away
You
from
can
me for a
say
little
it.
bit.
Everybody feels that way. You ain't alone.
All the time.
But
Because even
All
in
the
the
time.
partner world, it's always understood when I'm
yeah,
doing this. Don't that's my privacy. That's my world where it's like, please do not disturb that, because even the insight you can offer won't help that process, because it's my own process.
yeah, and like she gives you like that's good. Like, because we have to have that, I think, in order to function properly, especially as creatives. Like that shit. Oh my god, creativity is a motherfucker because it can be there and then the wrong
Here, yeah, in an instant,
the wrong moment happens. You're like, fuck this. I'm not doing none of this shit. Like
and
it can
it takes a
sour
lot,
real quick.
and everything has to line up perfectly. And if things disturb that, it can throw off the whole balance, and now you don't have the urge or the creativity to keep doing it. So
I think
you need
also
that understanding.
with me the space. Like I got the stuff to build. Like I've been trying to build like these shelves for the garage for like the last 6 months. And every time I go out to the garage, I'm like, I'm gonna have to move this and move this just to get started. Let me just not do it today. And it's been that way for 6 months.
Shit, I
I
feel
bought I
that.
bought that battery tender a month ago, and it's still in the box. I haven't even did that. I just go outside, look at it, like, yeah, nah, not gonna be today.
I just built the kid's bed last week, and we had that bed for like 3 months. That shit sucked. Bunk bed, house bunk bed. Oh,
But I mean, that's ain't that just welcome to adulthood with stuff like that? Because I mean, we're at work, we have our lives, and all the little extra stuff. It's a priority thing because we're so busy as adults now that we just it's like,
But no,
well, I could be doing
what
this
I'm saying
right
is
now.
like what McFly was attaching to is like, if I'm not comfortable in the space, I'm not able to be my creative self because I'm not thinking about being creative. I'm thinking about I got to get this space right. And so when I
Oh,
go
you
out
talking about
there,
being
right? So
okay?
when I go out there and the garage is my garage is like a goddamn storage unit right now. So when I go out there and just look at, I'm like, yeah, I'm done. I'm just go back in the house like it ain't meant to
Yeah,
be.
yeah,
I
yeah. You're
can't do
right.
clutter.
Right. It's
Like
hard to
clutter
be
will fuck
creative
up.
if you can't get to the spot to be creative.
Yeah.
You
oh shit. Y'all couldn't record in this garage right now. Shit.
I can't do clutter. Clutter fucks up my whole thought
Shit.
process. I'll be like, man, I can't create in this.
I'd be looking like,
Yeah.
I'm good.
know. But I
And I
mean,
get yeah.
you said something about space earlier. I don't know what it is within the last few years. I've been bringing my wife more. I've been trying to find things to do more with my wife, so we stay in the same space together. Though, you
That's
know,
cute.
it's life, bro. You know,
That's
I
cute.
like it.
you know. But
I
like I
like
said, in
it.
the same token, you also got to know how to have your own space too. You know, because right now I'm in here and that door is closed. But of course,
Hey, when y'all want to go golfing? When you guys want to go
man, I'm
golfing?
gonna throw my back out so fast as soon as I swing that shit.
No,
I
you're
want to
not.
go just to watch
You
it.
won't.
Just to watch it. Just to watch.
You just grab your shoulder. Are you thinking about it already?
No, I feel that back muscle already. I leaned over like that,
God
and
damn!
I
Like
can feel that back muscle
That's
just tighten
crazy.
up and
Hey,
shit.
hey, this motherfucker got phantom pain in advance.
I
Oh
know it.
man.
I know it, bro. It's been a long time since I had to twist like that. Well, let me say that it's been a long time since I had to twist fast.
I'm not. Yeah, I was gonna teach you how to golf, but like the way you just said it, I'm not teaching you how to do shit.
I mean, I'm down to go to Top Golf. We can go to Top Golf.
Hey, I'm with it. Let's do it, man. They got clubs for you. I got 2 sets, but we'll go over. We'll go use theirs.
I went to Top Golf in Vegas. That shit is not as easy as it looks. This is a skill.
I can show you. It'll be a little bit easier. I had some folks teach me. It's pretty. It's a little easier once you learn how to swing properly. How do you learn to stand properly? Actually,
So
No.
piggybacking the next topic, piggybacking off of what Kevin said, as a question I had off of that. Why do people feel entitled to other people's privacy and secrets, significant others or otherwise? Why do they
Social
feel
shit,
it should be in
social
your
media.
space?
shit. That's a yeah. I guess that would be. I think that might be the biggest one right now. I was listening to another podcast, and I won't say, but that is crazy because they were talking about how crazy fans can be, and like they were like somebody was like, "Well, I've been following you for so long, like I never seen your daughter. You should send me a picture of your daughter." And it's like, who the fuck do you think you are? Like, where do people come from with this shit? That is nuts. Oh man, I guess it has to be that. Or is that an entitlement thing? You said entitlement, yeah.
Yeah,
Like, why would you
entitlement
be
to
entitled
your
to that?
privacy, to
Yeah, social
to
media.
your privacy, to your anything, like where people start to feel like they're allowed to either comment or want
Uh,
to know what you're doing or feel like they need to know what you're doing.
yeah, I mean, because
I,
I do.
that's the social media thing because of the oversharing that's been going on with so much.
But it's not necessarily social media where it just ties because, like I said, even in your private life, there's things you might want to keep private to yourself or separate or private
Yeah.
that
But when
that you
I'm
like that your significant other might feel that they're entitled to that time or that space.
well, when I say about the social media, I don't mean like in social media. I mean because of social media, we kind of move like that now.
I
You
will
get what I
say
mean?
this.
Because
I
I mean, you go back 20 years ago, people were. I don't think people were digging in so much other people's lives as they do now.
I
You
think
know.
I think I understand what you mean. So what I notice is that my wife does this whenever she feels like I've been neglecting like the time we spend together. It's the same behavior as a kid. So she'll mention it and then she'll kind of like, "Oh, you going to play you going to play the game again? Oh, you going to ride the bike again?" Like that's her subtle way of saying, "Hey, nigga, I want you to spend time with me." That's her way of saying, "Hey, we haven't done anything together in a while. Let's go do something together." Like I need to. I want to spend time with my husband. That she doesn't directly say, "Hey, I want to spend time with you." She said, "Hey, so you gonna do this again?" Like she's asked questions, and I think,
That's not what I meant at all.
well, I
I
mean,
was
like
like, is that the
as far
same
as
as like trying to?
well, what I mean, like what I mean,
Sorry.
like I mean, like I'm not saying she feels entitled to my time, but I'm saying like she she'll let me know that she needs me. Like so basically when I've been in my what I'm saying is basically when I've been in my space for my own space for too long, she said, "Hey, we've let you done this for X amount of time, whatever, X amount of days. Okay, let's bring it back. Let's do more family oriented stuff." That's what
I meant more like you have something that you're into privately to you. Like I guess it would be for you Call of Duty, but like say you do something and that all of a sudden out of nowhere that that particular thing that you like to do is now questioned or asked why do you do that?
Oh,
Why
like,
can
why
I
do
be
you
a
do
part of
that?
that? Why can't like it's
oh no, she don't do that
more
shit.
like but she's trying to get in on your personal like she feels entitled to be a part of that. And you're like, this is my own thing. Why do you
Oh
need to
no.
be a part of what
Oh, okay. I got what you're saying
Yeah,
now.
I don't have that issue.
so
So you're
like
talking about like having your extracurricular hobbies that you did by yourself. She wants to be part of that hobby.
yeah, she wants
No,
to
she's
and
Well,
kind of invite herself into it like
independence.
this should be I should be a part of that too. And it's like, no, I
Yeah,
did this solo. Let me keep that solo. Like
I will say this, the
I
good thing
get
about my
that.
wife has always had her own shit. So we never had that issue. What I do
Well,
is what I do, what she do, and then we come together when we
I think the only time I have that is when it comes to like golf, because I introduced her to it. Like I brought her out to be like, hey, come try this out. Like she don't do it often. Like, well, where can I go? I want to go, and it's like sometimes she'll do that, but that one is on me. I'd have to say, by
100%.
but she can tell the difference when I'm like, hey, I'm about to go hit these balls, or damn it, I can't say that with y'all niggas around. But you know,
He's hitting balls today.
but
Uh,
I
yeah.
think I see it more from a significant other. Like I would, it's easier to accept that. Like I don't have to accept it, but it's easier to be like, hey, this is mine. This is what I want. This is me. Just leave me with this. To me, it gets more interesting when it's a fucking stranger. Like, damn, I don't know if y'all have the ring, like the ring, the neighbors and all that shit.
Yeah.
If you ever go into the comments, oh my god, people think they are in somebody's house just because they see their front door. Like they think they are invited in. Like the way they like, well, why would you do that in the first place? And you're like, God damn, man, like they're just showing you like something. Like it don't make sense to me. Like I
mean,
don't know. I don't have an answer for that, to be honest.
I have a neighbor, and I feel like I think he feels entitled because he always asks us like, "What's going on? Who's this? Who's it y'all with?"
Yeah,
Like,
that's nuts.
calm down, sir. Like, it's my house.
Yeah.
They went on your property, it's on mine. Like, the people who are here were supposed to be here. Like, you know.
I did that with we did that with the hot tub. Remember, I added that shit in my neighbor came out and saw the box up for the electrical. He's like, "What's that?" And I was like, "It's 240." He's like, "Well, what's that for?" I'm like, "What the fuck is this motherfucker asking me all these questions for? Like, you gonna come out here and get in the hot tub with me and just ask that?"
Well, you wouldn't tell him it was for a hot tub.
I would have said I got
You
an
gonna tell
electric
the
chair in the back.
HOA? Like, get out of here, man.
I got an electric
You
chair in the
said
back, Kev.
electric chair.
I thought when you said it, I was thinking of more of how outside people try to be in your life when you
That
didn't
too.
ask them to be in your life. That's why I said the whole social media, because we feel like since we overshare so much that people think that carries out into the real world, and that ain't the case all the time. But people try to do that to you. You know,
Yeah, that
it's like,
too.
no, I don't want you in my business. It's
But
you
people
know.
feel because you post online, they're entitled to be in your life
Mm-hmm.
But
because you're sharing a part of your life online.
what about too the topic I told you I have with like even in package for me, like where people would like if I took off on a Wednesday and then people feel entitled to know
That's
why you're
just
off going off
like I
Wednesday.
told you before. A lot of niggas don't like you because of the way you move because they can't afford to move the way you move. Period. Because these niggas got shit they can't afford, so they gotta work 60, 70 fucking hours a week. And the fact that you can go in there and work 3 days and get to go and still live your life irritates the fuck out of them because they can't do what you do.
I don't even
Period.
know if it's just that because people do that when they're making more than you. Like if you call off, say, "Well, what you calling off for? What happened? What you doing?" It's like, shut the
Because
fuck up, man.
what
You
I
got shit to do. You ain't got to
value,
worry about my shit.
people gotta understand. We all have different values. You may value the money. I may value my family time. I don't need. The
Man,
thing is I learned a long time. I don't need a lot of money to be happy.
But
I just
I
need my
grasp
family to be
that.
straight.
I grasp that, but my important issue over trying to get down is to understand why did you give a fuck? Why do you feel entitled to what I'm doing over here?
Because
hey,
they ain't got shit else to do.
hey,
Because minding your
hey, my
business
brother.
ain't a thing no more.
I don't think we gonna learn that one. There's one dude at work that I was like, if he say something to me, he gonna be embarrassed. Like, what's about to
Hey,
happen? Like, you trying to talk shit about me when I wasn't even like, cause James. James, I grew up with that fool. We worked together, and like when I left from one of the guys, he tried to do that little like, "Hey, what's up with Kevin?" He's like real nonchalant, like he don't care. And like James was like, "Why is this motherfucker talking to me? Like I'm not gonna tell you. Like I'm not gonna talk to you. Like why does he give a fuck how you move? Like I'm just
but
I don't
It's
go in there like like I have to do everything and save the world. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. It's a job, man. That's all it is. And
it's
apparently some people don't like that.
a known thing, Kevin. They're not gonna talk bad about Andy or talk about Andy in front of me because they know I'm gonna tell Andy, and vice versa.
Yeah.
They know that it's gonna get bad.
They didn't know me and they didn't
So
know me and him grew
they
up
switch
together.
up.
Like they
It's
learned that
completely
quick.
different. It's a
like I
complete
said,
James
like
was
I've
like,
never understood it. I don't
yeah.
grasp it. Like I
like
don't grasp how someone else is living their life matters to
Hey,
them and why they
right.
feel entitled to it.
I think some
Like
people are
because
just so
You ain't never gonna
they're just so fucking miserable in their own life that they're looking for someone to feel like they're better than them. That's it. They're
yeah.
again, people don't mind their business no more. We are amazed when people do mind their business. It goes viral on social media. People talk about it because people, when they start minding their business, they
They got
don't
shit
do.
to do with me.
People don't move like that no more. Mind
Yeah.
your business. But people don't. They always want to be, like you said, they always want to be in someone else's business. We are not that kind of mind your business people.
I've
You know,
literally got out of character at work before and telling a motherfucker to mind his own fucking business.
right? Because they
I've
don't
never.
mind their business.
If you know me at work, I don't say much to people unless I know you. But a motherfucker asked me a random question that I remember saying, "Why don't you mind your fucking business?" I remember, and I meant that shit from the bottom of my heart. Like it was like
Yeah.
mind your fucking
Right?
business. Like
People don't mind their business no more. You know, like I said,
Nah,
it's
it's
weird now.
fun. Those people are fun to
I
me.
think a
Like
lot of
I don't know.
issue
It's hilarious.
a lot of issue with our job is that people think they can't get these hands.
That's what I was thinking. I was like,
That's the issue.
one of these motherfuckers say something,
But like I
I'm gonna
said
beat the brakes
before,
off of you, and you ain't
like I
never
said,
gonna ask me.
you may not be able to get these hands on property. Let me catch your ass at Walmart or Target. You can get these
And
fucking hands.
I just like I always say, it always comes back to I really do feel like sometimes people just need to get punched in the fucking face. That's it. Like they don't. It'll change a lot of shit for people if they get punched in the face. Like shit. Like
I'm
I
anyway.
moving
think
past that
no,
though,
I'm not
because
I'm
I
not
don't
gonna say
trust
that.
nobody no more. Because most motherfuckers nobody wanna fight no more. Like I got my 45 in the car. You're like, never
That's
mind,
fine.
man. I thought we could just catch the fair one.
Hey!
Oh,
You can
yeah.
still sucker punch and run on the motherfucker now.
No, I ain't doing that.
Nah, I ain't doing that. Like, sit
Yeah.
your ass down and go
Come
cry
on,
in the car.
Hunter.
They gonna go cry in the car later anyway.
Speaking of which, that memory popped up on my phone not too long ago, Hunter. That run.
So that nigga ain't been
Oh,
the
y'all
same since.
racing?
He ain't been the same since.
I just
Hey,
remember saying,
hey,
"Oh shit, I pulled something." I said, "Yeah."
hey, Kevin, you remember Charlotte Takes a Tumble? You remember that shit?
I don't.
Huh? It was Hunter Takes a Tumble.
I didn't fall.
No, he didn't
Oh,
fall.
that was Crawford.
He just pulled. Yeah, he
No,
just
it
said,
wasn't him either. It was the other two.
yeah. When he ran, I just remember him stopping at the end and going, "Shit, I pulled something." I said, "Yeah, it looked like fuck." So
Hey, and I still can't move my leg like I used to before.
No, I think the last race I had, I was fucked up. Like I still got a scar on my chin from that shit. I was like, I ain't racing nobody else again as an adult. Fuck all that. What the fuck I gotta prove? Nigga, I did a full tumble.
Chasing after your kids is enough. It's enough.
Full fucking front flip. Like I missed the ground.
Mm-mm.
all right, moving on. Next topic comes from Mo Lethal.
Oh, that's
It's
good.
a TikTok video. I'm just gonna summarize it and he'll go into further detail. So it was pretty much the guy had a video and it was stay at home moms. What are your thoughts? Was what I pretty much got from it. But it had to do with the fact that the woman said if I get married, she's only doing two of the three things. If she's having a kid or whatever, she's not working. Like it was so she's having a kid and taking care of the kid, she's not working, and vice versa. And then he went into further detail and gave his thoughts and opinions on stay-at-home moms, meaning like if the kid's no longer at home or and going to school constantly, then your ass needs to be working. It was pretty much his take. Go into further detail, Mo Lethal, for these people.
I don't know. He was just saying that he doesn't think that women should be stay at home moms like past the age of 5. Like pretty much once the kids start school and all that, there's no reason why she shouldn't be working. I totally disagree.
Can I say shut your doofy ass up
Yeah,
and find somebody who's going to subscribe to that and just chill the fuck out?
I totally disagree.
That's 5? Damn.
Especially if your kids are into
Damn.
extracurriculars, who gonna get them around?
Because I know
I
in the
don't know what his
video,
situation is.
he made it seem as if like if they were in extracurriculars, it was like just after school programs, not realizing that kids also have things that aren't just at school.
At 5, ain't no after.
Yeah.
At 5, ain't no after school basketball and shit like that. They got to be
Yeah,
taken to another facility for that.
yeah.
That's not how that
Yeah.
works.
He sounds like a gentleman with no children.
You don't get it.
Unless he
He
has them, I
had
don't know.
children,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I get where he's coming from. I just don't totally agree with
I
it,
don't.
Elizabeth.
He
I
sounds
mean,
Where's he
like
coming
the
he
from?
reason I
sounds
say that
like
because of the
he sounds
fact
like
once
somebody
you
with no
hit
life experience.
no, what I'm saying, once your kids hit a certain age, they don't need the attention they have. But I mean, don't get me wrong, their extracurriculars change, everything. There's all different kind of dynamics. But if you had, okay, let's change that up a little bit. Let's say your kids are teenagers.
That's
Do
different.
you really need to still be at home?
No, that's different.
Right, but I'm
Yeah,
saying,
because
but I
then
mean, that's why I said That's why I say I agree and disagree because I get it with younger kids and you have extracurriculars, but once your kids hit a certain point to where they're not doing anything and they're just going to school and you're just staying at home until they come home, then yeah.
My
But I
issue is
don't say,
for what?
but hold on, I
You
don't
should.
say that to make her work. I say that for her to feel good about what she does on her own. You know.
But here's
Well,
my
what if she
issue.
keeps the house up and everything's beautiful and all
Right.
that
So
shit? That's a
but
job in itself.
that,
That still happens.
that's where I'm gonna go. Here's my issue with that. So now she's working. You still have kids. There's still laundry that needs to be done. But now you want her to work 40 hours a week and then still come home and do everything. Because you're gonna want the dynamic to be the same dynamic it was when she was at home.
No,
You're
that's
gonna want
when
to.
you as a couple develop and you start pulling your own. Because
I get
I
I have
mean,
to agree with that with Hunter because that doesn't necessarily mean that he's saying I want you to do everything and then some. They could just have a balance to where they do their fair share on both sides.
but I'm saying there's no reason for you to stay at home when there's nothing at home for
That's
you to stay
that's
home
it.
for.
The house.
I would no. Okay, let's say this. Take this up. My wife. Remember in 2008 when everything went to crap? My wife got
Mhm.
laid off, and she's like, "I don't want to work," and I was like, "Cool, don't work." That lasted 4 years, and then she's like, "I need to work," because she didn't
Yeah,
feel.
that's
She
all.
felt like she had no purpose.
Okay, but the difference is
That's
that he's saying that her working is a requirement. You gave your wife the option.
No, I don't. No, I don't give the requirement part. I don't say it's either
Exactly. You
you
gave
got
her
to
an
do it.
option
You
to
know,
work. He's
right?
saying she must work.
No, I don't. No, no, I don't believe
And
you
we're
must.
talking teenagers too. Like you're saying in teenage years. So you had somebody doing this for 13 years, 14 years, 15 years, and then 15 years later, you're like, "Hey, get out there in the workforce." That's
Yeah, that's even
that's some
harder.
shit right there, man.
That's harder than
And
That's
hell.
some
and then
shit.
and on top of that, what if your teenagers are there in travel ball?
You
They
know,
still have
And I
they
was
still have,
thinking club. I was like, God
right?
they
damn, don't bring
they
that
still
up.
have places they
No,
got to get to.
no. I mean, it is what he said, like in the video. That's a very narrow mindset.
You know, my thing
Very
is I don't
narrow.
think a lot of people
You got to be a
under
lot more open.
what I take from is having your wife at home. I know for me personally, it benefits me greatly because my wife takes care of a lot of shit that I wouldn't be able to take care of because I'm working. She takes care of that. It's kind of hard to go to doctor's appointments, to go run and talk to offices, take care, go to different banks, go to different, take care of things like that. It's kind of hard to do that when you're working 50 hours a week. I ain't got time for all that shit. But guess who has time for it? My wife does it. So I'm working on my end, she's working on her end, and like I always say, she's working 10 times harder than I'm working because she's dealing with way more people than I'm dealing with, and I ain't worried about nothing. Shit, you still got to go grocery shopping. Shit still got to be put up. Shit, all that shit still has to be done. And when you're both
Do that shit.
working, huh?
I do
What?
that shit.
I know you do that. Well, your situation is different. But what I'm saying, when both people are working, and now the only free time you have, let's say you both working 4 hours, now your only free time you have is on the weekends and after work, you're gonna always be tired. You're gonna always be tired, most majority of the time, because the thing is, once both of you get home from work, you're both gonna want to decompress. But there's always gonna be some shit that has to be done, and depending on the
Yeah.
amount of kids you have, you have the dinner has to be made or has to be bought. Then the laundry still has to be done. All the shit. House still has to be clean. All this shit. It's
Always
just
swap it out. That's the beauty.
to me personally, I think it's better to have someone at the house, whether it be the husband or the wife.
Yeah, I mean that's something
Now,
he's gonna have to establish
now
early.
on
You
that
can't just spring that on somebody.
topic though. Now, when your kids are grown, are you gonna let her stay home, or are you gonna require her to work then?
I'm gonna let her do what she want to do.
Let her.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you don't just give her the option. But if she wanted to stay home, you wouldn't have no problem with
I
that
don't have
then.
no problem with it.
Okay.
Just know when I come home, you better be busting that motherfucker wide open. If ain't no kids here, you busting that shit wide. I'm coming home diving in. I'm about to dive in.
Yeah.
But
I
again,
mean, this
it depends.
establishment he has to make
Right.
like
But
early.
these are all things you need to discuss before you get married and have children.
Yep. Yeah, because you got to be on the same page when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Especially like you say, especially with that kind of a narrow mindset about it. It's a requirement. The moment you say requirement, you're
Because
on your own.
especially
You
with
do.
young kids, once you realize how much daycare is, you be like, no, she can stay home. Daycare ain't cheap.
Well, yeah. That's where I got lucky with the work at home. The working at home helps a lot. A
I
lot.
wish I could do
Because
that.
I think my sister in law, she looked for daycare.
Fans, man.
What happened?
Huh?
Said he wish he could work it from home.
Who?
Hunter, you didn't just hear him say that?
Hunter.
He said
Pretty soon,
OnlyFans.
Yeah.
only pretty soon you won't be able to. I think my sister in law looked into daycare for my nephew who's 1. It would have been something like $1,600 a month or something like that
Hmm.
Yeah. That's
for
one
3 days
kid.
for 3 days a week.
That's one kid. One kid.
My wife
That
has
shit's insane.
my wife has an old coworker right now who her husband told her, "You're not going to work anymore because all your check is doing is paying for daycare."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a waste.
So why are
'Cause
you?
we just
I'm paying taxes on something. We're losing money by you working
Right.
because we're paying taxes on it. And the daycare you can only get credited so much amount for daycare.
So
well,
the thought overall sounds like
Nigga crazy. You don't know what you're
let
talking
me
about.
find out. Let me get his TikTok. I'm a duet that
you're
motherfucker.
on
Like,
duet.
no, I'm not duetting nobody. He might hack my account. I ain't doing that shit again.
You're gonna lose you better get the 2-factor
Yeah.
settings, man.
You gotta get your 2-factor on.
Niggas ain't playing out here no more, Kevin.
That shit is.
You troll them and they'll lock you out your own shit.
Yeah,
Mm.
my shit was locked. I was like,
Hey,
no, this is the password.
you speak of that. Sorry, I segued a little bit. You speak of that. My profile is locked down. Like if you're not on my
Mine
friends
was
list,
not.
you can't see nothing on my profile. It literally says profile locked because I
Clickety
have
clack.
the tendencies to go out there and start kicking over rocks.
Off the rails. Off the rails.
Yeah.
He go
It's
all the way
trouble.
So
off.
when you go to my profile, all you can see is my 2 main pictures, and that's it.
You stay under the bridge, don't you?
He go far left. You go as left as you can go.
He under the bridge.
That's how we know. That's how we know the world ain't flat because he circled around.
Wow. Shout out to Kyrie.
Hey,
Free
he's
Kyrie.
free.
Free Kyrie. I
Oh,
rock
he's
him.
No,
free.
he out of Nike.
He's
I rock
free.
He
him.
got out of Nike.
His
He
water
about to get
wet.
a fat contract too. Hey,
Depends,
watch. Hey,
depends
watch.
on what
He
time of
gonna
day.
cross somebody up so hard, Adidas gonna be like, "Yep, what's up?" Somebody gonna offer him half the franchise.
Hold on, let me talk about
Say what
Nike.
you want.
I was in Nike
Nike
outlet
say,
a couple days. Nike.
Oh, so that means his shoes gonna be on super discount.
They were
hell
not.
yeah.
The Kyries were still
Oh no.
$85,
God
sir.
damn it!
Nike, this is
His
not a
shoes are
discount.
mad comfortable. Shit.
I wasn't looking for them. Nigga, what you? I wasn't looking for
So
them.
shots that are free, nigga. Make the shoes free. Shit.
I was hoping like $45, $50 Nike. Like, come on now.
Man, never do that.
And LeBron James, you can kiss my ass if you think I'm paying $275 for them ugly ass shoes.
Rainbow shoes.
He-
I saw a pair that they
Somebody
had with
is.
like some rainbow. They were like all like 6 different colors.
And he got I don't know what version of the shoe is, but it looked like a knockoff of the Kobe Adidas shoe. Just a little different. I said, yeah, I'll
Which
see
Those
what
shoe?
y'all
were
do.
yuck.
I don't know the name of these shoes. And, I
Those.
just know I know it's a
You mean the
LeBron shoe.
spaceship one or the one that's
The
the
spaceship one
ones
there.
that weren't horrible?
The
Yuck.
spaceship one. The
Hey, I had a
spaceship.
pair of those, man, and they were comfortable. I couldn't tell which
They were
one was
comfy.
right, but they were comfortable.
That's what I was gonna say. Like those motherfuckers was bricks. I was like, what the hell?
I will not lie to you. There might have been a few times where I put the wrong shoe on the wrong foot.
That's
So when my
hilarious.
son does it now, I don't fault him for that because I did it.
That's a comfy shoe though. If you can do that and
Them shits were heavy as
maneuver
fuck
with it.
though.
They look
Nigga,
heavy.
every time I tried to play basketball on them motherfuckers, I felt my feet dragging. When I would jump off the ground, I could feel them scraping the floor still. So it was like I was not getting no air in those shoes. What's
Like Luka. Like Luka.
shit?
Those pictures of Luka as a kid had me dying when he had them shoes on. I was like, he got some big ass.
So long story short, if you want to know how to get strong calf muscles, buy a pair of them shoes.
By them Kobe's, the
But
spaceships.
Hey, I don't know if you guys want to talk about it. I don't know if it's too late or you want to talk about it another time. But what about Brittany?
This has been episode
Oh, she
70.
home?
this is episode 74 of the
Hey,
Heavyweight
no,
Podcast.
fuck that. I'm gonna
I
tell
am
you right now. I'm
Stutter
gonna tell you right now. Hey, she better do a 360 windmill dunk. That's what I'm gonna say.
I have no comment.
Or the strip club last night. Anyway, this is episode 74 of the Heavyweight Podcast. I am Stutter McFly with these 3 guys. Go ahead and state your name for the wonderful people out there.
I am Brittany's winning the chip. Ellis.
It's your boy Molito the Grouch.
And they call me Hunter.
Till next time,
Again,
people.
till next time, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, etc. We out
all
here.
that shit. Peace.
One love.
Peace.
If you can hear the sound of my voice, you're a real one for sticking to the end. Just want to thank you again for listening and stay tuned for the next episode. 40 out.